So I realise I've not done a blog in a while. This is because there's been a number of things happening recently, some good and some bad. Actually, mostly bad. I don't really know where to begin with this one. It's a pretty shit time, it has been. And considering that it's actually Christmas, you wouldn't hope for that sort of thing, but yeah, my aunt, she died of bowel cancer in November the 19th, and she was only 47 years old. And you know what, that really does piss me off. How can someone so young die from cancer, die just like that, just be taken away? And the worst thing is that she didn't know she even had the disease until she started feeling wet and unwell in October. It's likely she had it for a good number of months, maybe a year. But there were no symptoms, nothing. So basically, this cancer was a silent killer, and that's what really just annoys the hell out of me. It kind of really pisses me off. And it really has just made me sad, because she's left behind a wonderful husband and two beautiful girls, which it's just dreadful. There aren't any words. It's just been such an awful time, especially for my mum, because it's her sister that she's lost, the youngest of 6 of them as well. So it's, whichever way you look at it, it hasn't been a good time at all. So yeah, on Friday I went to her funeral, which was lovely actually, because my aunt didn't want any religious ceremony or anything like that. She just wanted the songs that she loved, and just people talking about their memories of her. And it was actually really nice, because the 3 songs that they had were New York, New York by Frank Sinatra, Dancing Queen by ABBA, and also Take That to Rule the World. And that was really, really wonderful, you know. I cried at all 3 songs because, you know, funerals are a hard thing to do, and the songs are so poignant, but they do remind me of her, and it's great that she chose them instead of a religious ceremony that wouldn't have meant anything to her, because she wasn't religious. So that kind of ceremony wouldn't have made any sense at all. So yeah, it hasn't been a good month, as I'm saying, so that's why I've not been able to really do a blog for a while, but here's a little one anyway. I'm thinking of maybe doing another one. And I'm thinking of maybe doing, you know, Peter Facinelli's driving the car dance mixed in with his one that he wants to do next, which is flying the plane. And if I do that, I will look like a right idiot. But if anyone actually wants to see me do that to a song, please put what song you want me to do it to in the comments box below, and I will do it in the next few days, hopefully. Maybe not tomorrow or Thursday, but possibly Friday. As you can see, I've got tinsel around my neck. This is basically my Christmas contribution to this blog. All the decorations and everything are actually downstairs. I don't have any decorations in my room. Yeah, I'm that sad. I don't know, I've never been bothered putting Christmas decorations in my actual bedroom. I've never done it. It's always been downstairs in the main living room, so oh well. I think I'll probably use this tinsel for something in my room. Maybe to do like my David Tennant cardboard cutout behind me, which you can see in the mirror, in that mirror. And I had some comments on my last blog to say there's a guy in the mirror behind. Yeah, it does look quite freaky now that I see it. But yeah, that is just my David Tennant cardboard cutout, life size. So don't be alarmed, there isn't a guy come to kill me, or stalk me, or whatever. Oh, and this came, I'm so excited. I finally got Lucy's. Yes! Wonderful. I can't wait to, I've watched this once already, it's brilliant. This is actually a Scandinavian copy of it, because the UK haven't actually they haven't actually released it here yet. God knows why, because it's a brilliant film and you should all just check it out. It's called Love Is Not a Crime in Scandinavia, and I'm sure in other countries in Europe as well, because the term Lucy's isn't actually, it's not well known in Europe. It's an American term, so you know, that's that. I don't know what else I was going to say really. So yeah, oh God, I'm all over the place. I also, oh God, I'm driving myself mad because I'm still not very comfortable with doing vlogs, because I still go and I see a lot of YouTubers who do actually have really cool blogs. They don't go and that. Still getting the hang of it, so be patient with me, guys. What I was going to say next was actually, yeah, so Lucy's, that one I was talking about, I've shown you it again. It is a fantastic film. It's written by Peter Facinelli, and it's produced by Chad A. Verdi, which is fantastic. Great. It is a great film. Basically, it's about a young man called Bobby who pickpockets the streets of New York for a living. But he has to take responsibility for his actions when he's confronted by a woman who he had a one-night stand with. Her name's called Lucy, and she's played by Jamie Alexander, who you might know as Lady Sif in Thor. I would really recommend checking out Lucy's if you can, because it is wonderfully written by Peter, and there's a lot of there is humour in it, and it's actually really touching as well. I mean, sometimes you feel like you don't want to feel sorry for Bobby because of what he does, and like when he actually takes all, you know, when he pickpockets, you know, you kind of think, why is he doing that for? But then you see the kind of home life he lives and the debt that he has to pay thanks to his father. So you know, sometimes you empathise with Bobby regardless of what he actually does for a living. Peter plays Bobby, the main character, so he's fantastic. But you know, I'm really biased because I love anything Peter Facinelli related, but seriously, it is, if I'm taking myself away from the biased point of view in a minute, it is a fantastic point of view, and it is one of Peter Facinelli's best roles. It's probably one of my favourites, up there with Touch the Top of the World, which is Eric Weihenmaier's story about climbing Mount Everest. Peter was honoured. Peter was lucky enough to get to play Eric Weihenmaier, and what a fantastic job he did on that one. So if you haven't seen that one, I'd check it out as well. I've also recently got into the Vampire Diaries. Everyone has said this show is amazing, and I've never watched it, and I started trying to read the books, and I just wasn't interested. I kind of felt it was boring. The books were boring. There wasn't anything there. But when I started watching the first couple of episodes of the first season, I loved it. I just got hooked. I love both Salvatore brothers so much. Bear in mind, I've only seen the first season, and I'm getting the second and third for Christmas. So I have still got a lot of catching up to do. But I love both Salvatore brothers equally. I can't choose. I love Stefan and I love Damon. So I just love them both. Maybe that will change in later seasons. I don't know. I mean, I hear from people that, you know, you will hate Damon even more because he does become more of an ass than he already is. But other people say you might actually hate Stefan more. But I hope not, because I love the dynamic the two have. I think Paul Wesley and Ian Somerhalder are both fantastic actors, and that dynamic between the brothers is amazing. Plus, it helps that both guys are really hot. And can we talk about Ian's eyes for amazing? Seriously, wow, they are amazing. But I do love Damon. A lot of people, I think a lot of people give him a hard time, but I've not seen all of the Vampire Diaries yet, so I can't comment. But from what I have seen, you know, he makes you think he doesn't give a shit about anything, but actually he does. And he's quite a complex character, and I do find that interesting. Again, people are saying, oh, he's like Spike, he's like just like a weak version of Spike from Buffy, but no, he's not, actually not, he's completely different. I don't like Spike from Buffy, to be fair, and I know that's a really unpopular opinion. I loved him in the I loved him from the 2nd to the 5th season, but after that I hated him. I hated it when he fell in love with Buffy. I thought that wrecked his character entirely, so I'm not a huge fan of him. I prefer the old Spike. But anyway, Damon, he's nothing like Spike, at least not yet. I hope he doesn't, because I don't want to. I kind of want to be one of these people that like Damon and Stefan. I want to like both brothers. I want to continue liking both brothers, should I say? As for Elena, I really like her. I think Nina Dobrev plays her fantastic. Do you know what? I think Stefan and Elena have got such a beautiful relationship. I mean, I love the way Stefan is with Elena. But then, you know, she does have chemistry with Damon as well. So, you know, I don't know what happened there. I've got maybe a sneaking suspicion that Damon and Elena will get it on in later seasons. I just got a feeling that is going to happen. And, you know, I don't know if it happens or if it does or what, or the circumstances or something, but, you know, why should Damon be miserable? I don't see why he should always be miserable and alone and in torment, which is what he seems right now. But then again, I don't want Stefan to lose the love of his life, so I'm torn. So, you know, pretty torn. I guess that's all I really have to say for this blog. So I might do my driving the car, as I said, I might do my driving the car and fly the plane dance, converted into one at some point over the next few days. And when I do that, if I get enough if people comment which song they want me to do it to, then I'll do it. Peter hasn't actually shown a flying the plane dance, so I'm just going to make that up and assume what he does. I'm just going to make my own version of it, but Peter takes the credit for actually creating the name and probably doing the dance. So I'll probably hopefully maybe do a Christmas blog, like on Christmas Eve or something like that. I hope so, but if not, I will have a great Christmas, guys, and have a happy New Year. Like I said, I hope to able to do a blog before the New Year, but if not, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Woo!